Hello, thank you for stopping by today. I hope that you'll enjoy this message today. While I'm filming it, it is Easter, as I like to call Resurrection Day. And I think that's what it should be widely called by everyone, because it's about Jesus rising from the dead, being resurrected from the dead, not about Easter baskets and bunny rabbits and chocolate and candy and all of the things that are marketed. It's ridiculous in my mind, and it's just another way for these companies to profit and for you to be in their rituals. The ritual of you buying these things and or having children do Easter egg hunts and other stuff that is not why Easter exists. The same with, other holidays like Christmas. Now, whether Christmas is the actual day that Jesus was born or not, it's kind of difficult at this point in history to know. But it's certainly not about Santa Claus. And it's certainly not about getting Christmas trees and lights and buying a bunch of presents and all of that either. It's just another way for them to have you in their rituals, and you being a consumer and spending all your time and energy and your focus on something that they want you to, and not focused on what God would want you to. And it's like that for pretty much all of these holidays. I mean, they don't even have, like, our time is not right. Our months aren't even right. Like, there's really supposed to be 13 months. If you look at the lunar cycles, then you would know there's 13 months. But, they're able to have you work a lot and be taxed more and, control everything when they have it the way it is. And it's just craziness. But my point for filming today was to just remind you that Jesus is alive and Jesus is going to come back. And we should all be grateful for that, knowing that he overcame death and that he is there waiting for you. Right now, the Holy Spirit wants you to turn to him and have your life be completely changed, renewed. All the blessings that you'd ever want comes from God. The fact that you're alive, your health, it all comes from God. And the ability to take care of yourself, the ability to have a home, to feed yourself and your family, all of that comes from God. He wants to bless you. He wants you to have a good life. So even people that are horrible in life to people still have like their basic things taken care of. Some people, unfortunately, are profiting off of people suffering. They have things rigged against people to keep them stuck to where they're gaining and others are having to struggle. But just know that God sees all of that. God knows who's actually a good person and who's not. And they will get what's due. Worse than when people say karma, I'd say purgatory and hell is not karma. It's worse than that. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, even my worst enemy. But, people have made me their enemy. I didn't make them mine. They chose to be the way that they are. And it's unfortunate. And it's like that for all of us. If you live your life as God wants you to, then you'll be blessed. You'll have a good life. You can overcome anything. I just hope people will wake up to the truth, that more will surrender their life and turn it over to God. He's the one that has given you a life. You should be grateful to the Creator and give more back to Him. Do as He would want you to in this life. To love more. To give more to others. To help others. To teach others. If you've learned something, you should teach others about it, instead of keeping that to yourself. That's why I'm on the internet, is to help others. I want to teach others, and anything that they can learn from me that would help them. Healing. That healing can be had, even now, with the way that the world is. You can still have peace and happiness, even with wars, even with all of the craziness of how expensive gas is, and the cost of food, which all of that will just continue to go up in price. I'm sorry, but it's true. A lot of these things are a struggle for us all. But your soul was already bought and paid for by Jesus. And He wants you to enjoy your life and learn the lessons and to have peace, and wants to give you eternal life and peace after this life. And everything that you ever wanted in this life that you feel you're not getting because it costs so much or it's a struggle, God can give you. Because we can't take any of our belongings, any material things with us when we die. It's on this plane of existence only. You can't take it into the spirit realm. You can't take it to heaven. So you shouldn't stress so much about making a whole lot of money to buy things. It's really just a stress on you. And your soul didn't come here just for those things. You should be free of all the bondage of that, the burden. We should be just mostly not being tied down to one place and travel places and go where you actually feel drawn to be, wherever your soul takes you. Wherever that is that would make you the most happy. It's why the earth is the way it is. It's so big. We're not going to have so many people on this planet that every square inch of it is inhabited by someone. People move around all the time to different places. And when you're just keeping yourself stuck somewhere because of people, places, things, fear, insecurity, then you're holding yourself back from experiencing life to the fullest. I think that when you do that, it only hurts your soul and can cause health problems because you're not living the life that God created you to. If your soul feels something, like you want to go somewhere, experience something, and you don't actually do it, then it hurts. It hurts you more than you know. It can manifest as sickness and disease. And that's really sad. I've witnessed it. That's why I believe this. That pretty much anything that you think can happen to you. And the same for if you want to go somewhere and experience something and you have good thoughts about it, then that's what should happen. But if you have like fear and anxiety about something, then that's you bring that vibration onto yourself, and it only hinders you. I hope that people understand these things and that it helps. I hope that more people will subscribe and come back to my channel. Leave comments. If there's a subject you would like me to talk about, I'm always open to talking about many things. Because God has revealed a lot on how, like spiritual things especially, but it all connects. I know that I plan on going to school for holistic medicine, using plants as medicine, natural ways of healing. I'm already a massage therapist and Reiki healer. I already have gone to school for that. Well, was like more like 15, going on 15 years ago. But I was thinking of where I want to go and what I want to do with my life and how I can use my gifts and talents to help others, and what more I would need to learn. And I'm sure that there's people out there that I could learn from that wouldn't require to financially pay like for school. I just personally don't know anyone out there. But eventually my plan was to be a shamanic healer. So I would travel with the knowledge that I have and the skills that I have, and help people in natural ways of healing. And that's where I see that the world, they need more people like that. So yeah, I would be a doctor, but using natural remedies instead of pharmaceutical medications. I won't speak ill on doctors or nurses, but I just don't believe that these pharmaceutical medications really help. I think that they actually are causing more problems to people because they're unnatural. It's messing with our natural chemistry, and it should be what we consume, our food, getting the right exercise, getting out out in the sun, breathing fresh air, the normal things that are of the earth, that God created for us, is how we're supposed to treat anything. I think that, like a lot of people that struggle with any kind of mood disorders, depression, is a lot more than just a mental thing. It's really a spiritual thing, or emotional. And physically moving around more and eating the right things during those times will balance the chemistry in the body like it naturally is supposed to be in what they call homeostasis, to be in a balanced state. And when you're feeling depressed, or if you get sick or something, that's your body's not in homeostasis. It's not in balance. And there's natural ways to stay in balance. And I hope more people will start seeing that a lot of this can be treated with natural things more than more than the pharmaceuticals, for sure. That's really, it's causing more harm than good. But we'll see on how the world shifts. Lots have changed in just even the last 100 years. Just the way that things always change, everything always evolves. We have all this technology now that is, not all of it's bad, but there's a lot of companies that are using AI, or they're collecting our data and strategically having the algorithms of stuff to where you're not getting the information that you actually need. It's being censored, in ways that I've never seen before. It's really just mind-boggling on how they're able to get away with this. Why the people that we've elected are not putting things in place to protect us from our information being collected. It's our private information, and companies shouldn't be allowed to specifically have certain ads or certain things specifically to target you based off of your personality, based off of your search history. Doing psychological experiments basically on the masses of people and seeing on how they could market stuff for them to profit. I saw something recently where it was that they could list something for one person for one price, and then the same item be listed at a different price based off of if they think that you would pay for it, based off of your search history, or if they know your financial situation, that someone with more money could have their stuff listed at a higher price, but really someone else is getting the same thing for less. That seems like totally backwards and corrupt, but if you don't know that that's what's going on, then they're able to get away with it. So I really think that we should start demanding more regulations on these types of things. Stop the advancement of the technology until they have things in place to protect the innocent people that are being used and manipulated. manipulation of any kind is wrong. Profit off of people not knowing right, not having the right information to go off of, it takes away their free will and their choice. And I see that as a threat to all of us. And I know they're going to be using it in elections with people's vote, having specific messages geared towards your ideals based off of the data they've collected on how you would vote. And that way that you would vote for the people that they want. And that's not right. That is manipulation. Stealing from you your free will choice if you had all the facts. But, till more of us actually demand that this happens, that we have some kinds of things in place to protect us, it's going to continue to get worse. Because this is the reality of things. And it's really sad. So if you don't like who's in charge now, just imagine in just a few years. If you don't like the laws that we have, if you don't feel like they're the right ones, if everything is rigged against us, then we have to make things change, because it's we the people in charge. They need us to work these jobs for them to tax, for them to have the money to use, like this is a big game of Monopoly. We wouldn't be in the wars that we're in if our country didn't have the money to start with. Now they're bankrupting us. And lots of people are suffering. And the cost of gas and food, and now fertilizer is a shortage. It's only going to cause the food to go up. It's just more suffering for people and for them to profit, and they're strategically doing it for control and to see how much we're willing to take. But we don't have to. We have the power. We the people are in charge. We could impeach them all. We could take them all out if they're not doing their job. Because we are the ones that elected these representatives. They're supposed to represent what we actually want in our country. For all of the policies. For everything. And we have the right to overthrow everything. It is in the Constitution. At least here in the United States. Other countries, they have their own laws. They have their own constitutions, if that's what they call it. They have ways for their own countries to regain control of how it should be. Enough people need to wake up to the reality and stop living in La La Land and just being okay with how things are, because they've been bad for a long time. But it's just got to the point where it's infringing on your natural rights as a human being, your free will, your sovereignty as an individual. Our privacy is being literally stolen. We don't have privacy anymore. Everything that we watch is monitored. Everything that you buy is monitored. companies are able to keep record of your debit cards from when you swipe them at the checkout and send you emails and or advertising or surveys or other things after you've purchased something, after you just one time. If they know that it's yours, they're able to then target you. I know this from experience with Walmart. They don't have like a phone number you type in or a membership thing that you type in to get a discount, but they'll track your purchases based off of your debit card. And then if your debit card is listed anywhere, basically, and attached to your phone number, they are able to then message you or email you saying that they saw that you had purchased something there. That might seem nice for them, but I don't like that they're monitoring every purchase. Some people might not care, but I think that we should care about all of these things. It's our rights that are being infringed every single day. They already force you to pay so many taxes and on our income, our labor, that they shouldn't be able to tax our income. There's no law saying that they're able to. It's taxation without representation. They are just stealing from us and making us a slave. They already tax absolutely everything else. That should be enough money. But no, they're greedy. They want to just keep you stuck to where you can't exceed a certain amount, at least for the normal person that isn't a business owner. And then if you want to have a business, they have so many things in place to where they can tax you. It's ridiculous, really. I pray that this world gets better. More people will wake up to these things, that it affects us all. It affects our children and the future generations that are to come. That many things should change for the highest good of all. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, and those few are these billionaires profiting off of us. I hope more people will come back and view my content. I'll be putting out more about things, especially as things start to shift. The more information that I collect on some of this, to come to you with more, because I know that not everyone out there has the time. I know there's a lot out there, if you really wanted to do research on this, that it takes time to gather this information. So I'll do my best to research more things and put it out. And I hope that God is helping you and waking you up and giving you the tools that you need in life. That your life is going to be more blessed by knowing these things. That it's freeing you in some way. And I hope that today was a good day for you and your family. Thank you for stopping by. Forgive me if I was talking about things that you have no interest in. God bless you. Take care. Till next time. Bye.